everyone. Welcome to an extra special episode of Good Band, Bad Song. It's extra special because we got Molly here from old Shitcoms and Shipbreak. Of course it does. We're doing a three-way Good Band, Bad Song in the sense that we're all going to present a song that we're going to argue is the worst System of a Down song. We've all got one in mind. We're going to plead our case. We're going to listen to all three of them. And we're going to, as a group, decide which is the absolute worst. Let's start with Dylan. What is your suggestion for System of a Down's worst song?
Mine is a B-side to the Sugar single, if I'm not mistaken, called Johnny. It's just annoying. Let's just be super fucking weird and make the song suffer as a result.
Hello, my name is Johnny. Hello, my name is Johnny.
I thought the music was weird.
Yeah, I don't mind the music.
It's very flat.
Yeah.
Die!
I think I prefer Johnny Poo Poo Pants. It sounds like somebody failing on Guitar Hero.
Yeah! Bling, bling, bling. I like the drumming a lot, though.
Yeah, old John Dolomite.
Old Johnny.
Yes. Okay, this isn't as bad as I remembered, but these
Just
parts...
the verses are terrible.
Yeah, these parts kind of
Sweet
suck.
little boy! I don't know what they're going for there. My suggestion for worst System of a Down song is a song called Old School Hollywood. It is the final track on the album Mesmerize, which I think is maybe 2003, 2004?
It's also not a very good album.
It is not. It's hit or miss, as is Hypnotize. We said earlier that if you basically took half of them and combined them, you'd get a pretty solid album.
Which they should have done.
Yeah, because there was a lot of filler.
Wouldn't have stood up to the... And I consider Steal This album to be...
It's different.
Length. Yeah, it's way too much Darren Malakian. They shouldn't have put a mic in front of him that often.
The reason I'm pushing for Old School Hollywood is the fact that it's System of a Down doing, again, like you said, trying a little too hard to be weird, and it's a little, like, kind of lull to random, like they just name-dropped random celebrities for no fuck reason.
Well, and that was sort of like their thing, was that, like, they were kind of weird, but the songs were good. And it seemed like they were, like... People were like, whoa, they're so weird. And they were like, oh, well, that's what people seem to like more than our good songwriting.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Old School Hollywood, it's weird and not good. I'm not sure what this instrumentation starting out is. It's like very, like, keyboard, electronic.
Yeah, it's super synthy.
Shit. Yeah.
Well, and what really sucks about this is that the worst vocalist is primarily shown off, and then the good vocalist is being fed through a goddamn vocoder.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a fucking Battlestar Galactica character while this asshole's...
So we got something about Old School Hollywood.
Yeah.
Naming Frankie Avalon and Tony Danza, which I don't know if he really qualifies as Old School Hollywood.
Yeah, what is Old School Hollywood?
And they're on a baseball team, I guess?
I would imagine, like, Old School Hollywood would be back when it was still called Hollywoodland.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
It'd
super
be golden.
old school.
Yeah, golden era. And you wouldn't have a fucking synth riff in the background.
Okay, yeah, I think this is worse than mine, because at least mine had, like, a few redeemable parts. This just sucks all around.
And then there's the... I'm gonna try to save it with the sweet-sounding singing. It's like, nope, too late. Too late.
You can't polish this fucking turd.
Yeah, my suggestion is, I think it's called Lonely Day or Loneliest Day.
Lonely Day.
I don't remember if it's on Hypnotize or Mesmerize.
It's on Hypnotize. It's the second one, yeah.
And the reason I think it's the worst is probably because it's their most obvious attempt at something emo.
Yeah.
Not like musically, but lyrically and I guess comparatively speaking, musically to their other catalog, to the rest of their catalog. And I would probably compare it to, I think I said it the other day, I would compare it to their Adams song. Like...
Never thought I'd die alone.
Especially with the music video.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to watch the music video.
Such a lonely day, and it's mine.
What is... Oh, you poor bastard. You get to be on tour making music for a living. That must suck.
Which is why I think it's like Adam's song.
Such a lonely day, should be banned.
Banned.
The grammar in this is annoying too.
The most loneliest, yeah.
That doesn't work, man.
And if you die, I wanna die with you.
Dude, this is really bad.
And I knew that it would be perfect as a terrible song because I used to fucking, like, get emo with it in my room in high school, just like, yeah, man.
This shouldn't exist.
I shouldn't exist.
Oh.
Look, Cammy senses your emo-ness.
These awful
emo-ness.
green screen flames shouldn't exist.
Cammy, is this your vote, Cammy?
That solo's not that bad, though.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
fucking shredding right there.
The most loneliest day of my life.
Surge could not look less enthused.
Yeah, like he's not even listening.
I gotta turn this up.
After listening to all three of them, my vote is for Lonely Day.
Yeah, and another aspect of A Lonely Day being the worst is that it gets stuck in your head.
But it's
Can't
not-
escape it.
but it's
See,
not for the
old
good
school
reasons.
Hollywood gets stuck in my head
True.
more than that. But, oh man.
I've just been quoting "should be banned" because that fucking shit is so dumb.
I will say that while old school Hollywood is very cringy, and Johnny was just like irritating but had some redeeming qualities,
Right.
Lonely Day was like super serious.
Yeah.
And then
Johnny
you
had
still-
like redeemable stuff, and it was weird in a I don't really like it kind of way, but best of the worst.
Yeah,
It
and
was,
old school
actually.
Hollywood like really. Like, you know, you could not take it very seriously. Like, oh, they're just having fun. They're just cutting up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit, and then he does the most loneliest part, which is like, oh man, did no one be like, hey, look here.
You missed one line that was like, such a lonely
Mm-hmm.
day shouldn't exist. It's just like the phrasing is the worst.
Yeah, that's pretty lazy. Exist.
I think that what makes Lonely Day the worst is the intent. Like,
Yeah.
you could tell what they were going out to do.
It feels like
And-
it's so an emo song.
Yeah, and it's like...
Whereas, like, they used to get, like, good emotionally stirring stuff and still be
Right.
good, like,
Yeah,
on songs
they
like Aerials.
They didn't
Exactly.
have to do that. Like, they didn't have to lower themselves.
No. That
to-
was
to
almost
that
like
level.
that was like their fucking ballad.
If you have a different opinion of what you thought the worst System of a Down song was, if you thought it was Johnny, Old School Hollywood, or even a different song we didn't mention, let us know in the comments section, as
We'll
well
tell
as...
you you're wrong.
Yeah, pretty much. Or we won't acknowledge it at all, which is even more likely. Or if there are any bands that you want us to talk about, you know, let us know in the comments as well. That we are more likely to acknowledge for future episodes of Good Band, Bad Song.